Hello everyone, how's everyone doing today? Today is June 3rd, everybody. We are in the 6th month of the year. We have made it halfway, you have made it halfway, we've made it halfway together, and I hope it's been 6 months. I think I started streaming, I don't know when I started streaming. I started streaming before December, so wow, almost a year almost? Anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed the adventure so far. What did we get done yesterday? Yesterday, I guess I should show like something on screen, huh? So it's not like, damn, this is fucking boring. Last episode, we did the side quest, we did the cooking, we finished the 6th floor of the stone dungeon, yet Reen ominously pointed out that, I don't think we've seen the last of this yet. Oh, interesting. What else? What else have we seen? We have seen, we also hung out with Milliam. We did our practical exam, which was fighting against Instructor Sarah. Now we are being sent on our ways for the final field study, where we are all going to have to maneuver the surging political waters in the best way possible, because we don't want to get caught up in anything like we've done before. But before we get to the game, we're going to read Chapter 9 of Carnelia. And the reason why we're going to do Chapter 9 is because I decided to stop Red Moon Rose. Because I did not like the writing, and I did not like how impossible it sounded. Remember, I'm going to say this again, but, the person's like, stopped a vampire lord's sword with just tightening my muscles. Bull fucking shit. Also, everyone make sure to vote for the next Trails game I'm going to play. Y'all have probably, 5, 6 more episodes. I know I keep saying that. I'm really sorry, but 5 or 6 more episodes is what we have. So if you want to... If you want to be part of what game we play next, go ahead, vote. All right, everyone, let's get into and that's about it, everyone. That's about it. So let's get into Sister Carnelia, shall we? All right, everyone. Carnelia Chapter 10. The Last Stand. Sister Carnelia made such haste as she aimed for the path on the opposite side of the sludge-filled channel that I could have sworn she was actually running on the liquid surface based on my observations of the minuscule spatters her feet produced. And of course, she passed me by in the blink of an eye, the space growing wider and wider between us as I continued to trudge my way through the filthy muck. Flashes of magic erupted from the darkness by the sluice gate and ripped through the air in rapid succession. But none of them could overtake the speed at which Sister Carnelia moved. In an unyielding offensive by the shadowed aggressors, the settled feculence in the depths of the channel was thrown up in form of powerful tsunami. And in that instant, before clearing myself from its destructive path, I feared that the terrible wall of sediment filth would crush me under its weight and bring me to an unsightly end. With the mid-air spin to avoid the last of the oncoming magic, Sister Carnelia flew to the opposite side of the channel with incredible speed. Hurdling the wall of piled-up sandbags behind which the attackers took cover, she whirled her arms in a ferocious onslaught. One by one, like rows of pins being struck by a weighted object, the line of standing Jaegers crumbled to the ground. Sister Carnelia's attacks were like a whirlwind of death, blurry with the speed at which they struck. They came in advancing at inconceivable angles, puncturing throats, slashing open arteries, and then they were gone. So it was that when I finally reached the cobbled path beyond the stagnant channel, not a soul was left standing beside Sister Carnelia and myself. The cathedral is at the end of the ladder just beyond this gate, she indicated as she flicked dripping blood from her fingers like a child who forgot a handkerchief to dry her wet hands. Her eyes shone with the afterglow of battle. The Jaegers can't be far behind, so better hurry, she warned. And as if to punctuate her warning, the damp sound of numerous feet cooking up water as they advanced toward our present location had now become clearly audible to my ears. Stepping over the handful of Jaeger corpses, lines scattered around. Because these lines are so short, I don't know what's the next punctuation or not. Stepping over the handful of Jaeger corpses, lines scattered about behind the wall of sandbags, we made our way for the dry bed channel, which lay ahead of us. I placed my hands on the slightly damp stone floor of the empty channel and crawled through the half-open door of the sluice gate. A falling water droplet struck the nape of my neck as I passed through the cramped opening, causing me to stop dead in my tracks. In the moment that followed, I recognized the sound of an orbment overhead on the verge of discharging a burst of magic. "Toby!" came the ostensible voice of Sister Carnelia, as my vision was instantly flooded with a wave of exceeding brightness. Then, in the midst of this world of blinding light, came the hand of my savior, which grabbed me firmly by the shoulder. The powerful feeling of being dragged and the explosion produced by magic rupturing stone were almost simultaneous. That's like... I don't like how simultaneous is at the end, but at the beginning, damn it. As the booming roar swept across the whole of my body, I was thrown backwards towards the ground. Despite my clouded vision, I managed to somersault before landing in the prone position. Choking on the filthy puddle, I had fallen face down, and I lifted my head in time to see a cloud of blackened dust being heaved from the mouth of the halfway raised sluice gate door. And as if my worst nightmare had now become reality, I watched as one after another, the blockading Jaegers emerged from the smoky cloud, each bearing a glinting blade. I floundered about on the slippery mud and watched as the ranks sprang into action and closed in, their rugged facial features now visible to my eyes, instantly rolling to the side. I unsheathed my hidden blade. As I attempted to deflect a wide, arcing slash from another of my bag, over which the sharp edge ran, split open without a sound, and the paper-wrapped orbment fell on the cobbled floor. Frantically, I searched for the orbment at my side, but I was unable to get a grip on it because of my clumsy, panic-stricken state. One of the mercenary men, his eyes intent on my throat, drew back his long sword to end my life, but before he could make his move, a dark silhouette appeared from behind him. It was Sister Carnelia. Her hands, moving with such finesse, disarmed that man in an instant and left only his sword behind before he was launched from view, in the hanging shadows veiling the dark conduit. As the sound of the falling sword struck the ground with a high-pitched clink, Sister Carnelia dropped to her knees. Her soft, whispered words were full of regret. "I'm sorry, Toby." With her head bowed forward, I watched in disbelief as several streaks of blood began to run down the side of her face. "It looks like the goddess may be calling you home too," she said gently. Once again, Sister Carnelia rose to her feet, her coat hanging in tatters. Eyeing her outer garment's ragged state, I knew for certain that it had been caused by the previous blast of magic. In order to protect me from harm, Sister Carnelia had willingly used her body as a shield to absorb the brunt of the force. And now a stain of effervescing crimson blood had begun to seep through the cloth covering her breast. I swiped up the artifact which had tumbled to the ground from the hole in my severed bag and tore away the wet paper which covered its surface. Then, with a cold lump of metal in hand, I placed it atop my orbment as I gripped them both tightly together. The sound of footfall from the Jaeger corps had now subsided. They stood in a cluster with their swords drawn, a effectively blocking any possible escape through the sluice gate. Sister Carnelia let out a shrill cry, and I, as if taking the sound to be a command to attack, unleashed the energy pent up within my orbment. The device roared, and at the instant the magic was discharged, I felt an intense wave of searing heat graze over my cheek as my entire body was immediately blown backwards by its powerful force. Stunned, I collapsed onto the floor. When I finally forced open my eyes, I could see Sister Carnelia standing above me with her back turned to face me. Her right arm had lost all strength to function and hung limply at her side. Dazed, she slid to her knees and slumped onto the ground before me. I pulled Sister Carnelia close to myself and, hugging her tightly, blasted the pack of assailing mercenaries with an instantaneous wave of magic. But then it was all over. My last stand ending as soon as it had begun. Countless razor-sharp sword tips stared down at us from all sides. Convinced that I had finally reached my life's terminus, I raised my right hand while placing a false hope in my orphan that it would somehow protect us. I activated it, the last of its energy being consumed as it was drained to empty. Whirling arrow blades spun around us as I closed my eyes and accepted my fate. And behind my darkened eyelids, the endless realm of whiteness began to spread out before me. And that, everyone, is Carnelia Chapter 10. You notice it is much, much shorter than Red Moon Rose. I quite enjoy. I mean, it was fun going through Red Moon Rose, but... well, no more Red Moon Rose, everybody. That's what's going on. And next episode, we will read chapter 11, which I believe is the finale. The finale of the books you can get in Trails of Cold Steel 1. So yeah, now we're heading on to our field study, everybody. So that's nice. Are we? I think we are. Yeah, we should be, right? Oh, no, you're right. We're going to the field first because one of the teachers wanted to talk to me. That's what's going on. But I hope everyone here is having a wonderful day today. It is Monday, after all. That's what I meant to say. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Is it, Janice? You know what I should do? I should have Bang Happy Monday and only have it activate on Mondays. Like, I think it'd be great. And I would have say hello, but I haven't looked into it yet because I've been lazy and I've been doing other things. Kitty! Hi, Kitty. So cute. You're so cute. Like, I think a cat that's black with almost like purple highlights would be cool. We were all told to meet here at 9 a.m. Seems like I still have some time. No idea what this is all about, but probably be a good idea to finish preparing first. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. How can I prepare for this? You're not helping. I'd come prepared. For what? Good, you're all here. Oh, instructor. I wasn't expecting you to be... Hello, Sharon. Sharon? Weren't you in the dormitory when we left? Indeed I was, but I was summoned here by Lady Sarah. So after seeing all you off, I came straight here. It's not her voice. How did I guess she'd get here ahead of us? You know, at this point, I shouldn't really be surprised. She ain't the Rhineford's top maid for nothing. Personally, I would prefer not to ask her to come at all. But since she'll be acting as Group A's guide, I didn't have much of a choice. Why, thank you. Wait, why would we need a guide? Let me change where I'm sitting. So you're telling me... Oh, it looks like everyone's here already. Oh, Group B. Oh, Sharon's here too. Huh? What's she doing here? Cooking, cleaning, and saying she traveled. What does it honorize me? You flatter me, Master Eustace. Stop talking so fast. Well, we've all got all of you here now. And look at that, 9 a.m., right on time. Huh? That's some frame rate. What's that sound? Sounds like the rush of air. No, that's not quite it. Sounds to me like an airship. Are you kidding me? Look! What the hell was that? Here they come. This is the Roer music, everybody. What's up, Amok? Hope you're doing well today. Glad to see you here. That's good for a Monday. Being not too bad is, I think, is good. Unless it's not your Monday, which I don't know then. I remember I had my first programming job when my coworker was Samira, and she because she was Indian, she didn't know a lot of kind of like the American jokes about drinking in the day of the week. And says like, why is everyone talking about drinking on Tuesdays? I was like, well, easy. You drink on Monday because it's Monday. You drink on Tuesday because it's not Monday. You drink on Wednesday because it's halfway through the week. You drink on Thursday because it's almost Friday. Then you drink on Friday, well, because it's Friday. Well, I don't know where you are for paying rent. I hope it's cheap. I also hope it's cheaper than my mortgage, too. We have a few places here where rent is higher than my mortgage. I'm like, that shouldn't be a thing. So I hope it wasn't too bad. What is that thing even doing here? What is this? This is an airship, yeah. I wonder if they're high up, or if they actually made a separate model for this. Wow, it's so cool. From the whatever. A crimson airship. Who does it belong to? Fuck. $525 a month? An Imperial Army warship, maybe. Nah, not enough giant guns. I wish I could do that. That sounds sexy. $525 a month? I'd have so much money. Still, the shape looks familiar. Oh, now I remember. It's the White Rings of Liberal. You think so too, right? You mean like the Araceli? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance. The Araceli. Wasn't that the high-speed cruiser from the Kingdom of Liberal? Indeed. It was on that very airship that Prince Oliver made his triumphant return to Heimdall. Is the airship moving or is the camera moving? And is the airship looking... This is a confusing-ass perspective. No way! They're not seriously going to land here, right? Of course they are! It's 75 arcs from bow to stern. It might be a bit of a snug fit, but they should be able to touch down. Still, I hope your life is going good. I hope you said not so bad. $525 for rent. Sounds like you're doing good, my good person, you. Man, you've got to be kidding me. Wait a minute. How do you know how large it is? Because she's Sarah. She's Sharon. Sharon fucking knows everything. I'd like Sharon as my maid. That'd be fucking awesome. Although, like, she gets so bored. I don't think this house is big enough to have a maid, a full-time maid. I guess so she could cook, clean. What else do maids do? My house is not big enough to have a maid. No, it's not. No, it's not. That would be nice. Especially someone like Sharon who could like kick ass and chew bubblegum at the same time. That'd be cool. This is the best. It's actually very pretty up close. The more I look, the more it seems just like the Araceli, except red. It bears the crest of Erebonia, though. So at the very least, it's an airship from the Empire.
Salutations, my beautiful friends. It's only been 10 days since last we met, but I couldn't keep myself away.
Yeah. Especially like at least fast food is now way too expensive. I can get burgers at a sit-down restaurant for cheaper than I can get a Big Mac at McDonald's. Like, what the absolute fuck? Who is that? I was thinking Rufus or Olivert. And it is Olivert. Hello!
Prince Olivert.
I was right. Why are we getting to this song, the title song again? What significance does this title song have?
And Major Vander.
I'm glad to see you all again.
Your slack-jawed amazement says it all. It looks like this will be quite the crowd pleaser during its grand unveiling in Heimdall.
Wait, what grand unveiling?
Man, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Yep. Oh god, yeah. Good for you for knowing how to cook, for getting into cooking. I know it's hard for some people, right? Because if most people are like, I'm hungry, where do I eat? But when you're cooking, you gotta go, I know I'm gonna be hungry. I should probably make something in advance. Because when you're hungry, unless you know how to cook, you're just gonna see ingredients and you're gonna go like, oh, fucking no. I'm gonna buy out. Yeah, no, I've been on this cooking trip for like over 10 years. But yeah, like ingredients are much cheaper, especially flour. Oh my god, flour can make so much stuff. I made some bread last night, some avocado toast. It was delicious. I'm gonna make some pasta tonight with flour. Oh, flour is amazing. Still, the prince is just here in a supporting capacity today, to say nothing of myself. The real stars of the show are the airship and this fine gentleman we have aboard. That's no, I can't do that voice. That's Elliot's
Who may you
dad.
be referring to?
It's been quite some time.
Is that Laura's dad?
I see many familiar faces gathered here today.
Yeah, that's her dad.
And several I've yet to have the pleasure of meeting.
This is Jordan from Disgaea 1.
Is that?
I know that voice.
I was right. So I'm awesome like that.
The Radiant Blade Master?
Father.
So
Do
that's
you
Laura's
have
dad?
any favorite meals you like cooking? Any not favorite, but do you have any like go-to, like I just know how to make this and I'm hungry?
Wait, who's the what now?
Who's the what now?
And look, Tobal's with him too.
Why the fuck doesn't he have voice acting? Oh, I don't know what I did with this voice. This isn't quite how I expected our grand reunion to go, that's for sure.
What are you doing up there?
Spaghetti.
And what's with the hat?
He's a captain. Allow me to introduce you. This is Captain Victor S. Arcade, who will be assuming command of the ship. Italian sausage hamburger, Italian season. That sounds amazing. Sounds quite good. One cool thing. I'm going to say this not because I was like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You sound like you know what the fuck you're doing. But I'm going to say this anyway for everyone else who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. I have discovered 100 grams of pasta is a good adult serving size. Usually between like 95 and 100 grams. That's like just enough pasta. It's really good. Anyway, yeah. I love angel hair pasta. It's so good. But yeah, spaghetti and Italians. That sounds like a very nice. Fuck it. I don't want to cook. I'm gonna do this instead. Also, Amok, I think you are the second person who has come back to watch my channel on YouTube. So thank you very much. I appreciate your continued watching.
So that's what this is about.
I'll fill you in on the details another time.
What in the name of Adios is that?
Oh, Catastrophe! Hello! Fuck you.
Wow. What a pretty ship.
This thing's a real piece of work.
Incredible! And I've heard about the specs, but the numbers don't do it justice. Looks even better live than on paper.
Usually that's how that works, George. Sandwich of ham, pepperoni,
Principal
pepper jack
Van Dyke,
cheese. That sounds
you
pretty
too?
good. You make home. Like.
Could someone
okay.
fill us in on what exactly is going on here?
Haha. For some reason, I was like, wow, you also made a homemade waffle pan as well? Damn, that's intense. Waffles. I remember I really wanted carbs one day, so I made waffle batter and made waffles and got syrup and powdered sugar and butter, and fuck, it was so good. Didn't feel the best afterwards, but god damn, that moment was amazing.
Your bafflement is quite understandable. The chairman of the board proposed a change to your travel arrangements for this month's field study. He's agreed to deliver all of you to your respective destinations aboard this airship.
It sounds like you got cooking down pat though,
What?
which is awesome.
We'll be riding in style.
He's mainly taking it on its maiden voyage to unveil the ship to the nation. We're just kind of along for the ride.
Still,
You'll
airship.
be headed to the capital first, but from there, it'll be a straight shot to Roer.
I mean, I don't know how new airships are, especially with airspace, area. Oh fucking no.
Wow. I'm not sure what to say.
But I mean, like, if there's not a lot of anti-air weaponry, it's kind of just by the crow fly, so everything's a straight shot.
This is all so sudden. I think I need to sit down.
Well, should we be off, Your Highness?
Yes, that sounds marvelous. With that, let me be the first to welcome you, Class 7.
Oh, you do content on your channel. You do meal prep. Yeah. I bet that's way better at growing your channel than just playing video games. I know I can probably
Aboard
do
the
other
second
things.
Arcel class high-speed cruiser, the Courageous.
And I do have other YouTube videos planned. I've just decided to do like 5 at a time. So getting them done is taking quite a bit. I'm almost done with 1. I need to add like 2 or 3 more things in post. I'm super happy. But the Sega Genesis controller is like a third of the way done. I finally gone through all the audio. It's like 11 minutes and 30 seconds long. Now I need to add the video and then sound effects. I'm very excited. This is new. This is new music. Also, I noticed it's flying extremely low to the ground. Air pollution. And I guess it's quiet enough they can do that? Us also turned very fast. Like, I hope everyone's seated, because it's moving fast. Oh, I noticed last episode, when the camera was panning to all the students sitting in the school, it panned to a group of students who were standing and then immediately sat down right when the camera got to them. It was quite funny. Ah, I see. Okay. I see. Sorry. Yeah, I interpreted it as you do all the cooking on the live stream. That'd be interesting too. Not even a high-speed trains could hope to match that. That may be true. We still have our strengths. How's the investigation coming along? Well, they've been pretty blatant about trying to obstruct us, so basically about what we expected. The same is true in other areas as well. Just to respond with pattern 13. I'll head there myself this afternoon. Yes, ma'am. So what do you do in your live streams, Your Majesty Amok? Oh my fucking god, I'm tired of this montage. Like, it's cool that they're showing it off to be like, look, we're showing it off to everybody. I'm like, alright, I got it. Also, how is Alvin's
What a
hat?
spectacular sight.
How is her hat staying on?
My brother told me all about it, but there's no substitute for seeing it soar through the skies. Yes, it really is. You're up there, aren't you, Rean?
Yes. Yes. I'm Doll. Who's that? Is that the maid? Mom?
Wow! That's the Courageous. Oliver finally finished his airship.
Is that Rean? Yeah, that's the queen. Kind woman! Prince Oliver seems to have gone to quite a trouble of having it built. Is this the wind of change you intend to release across our strayed and troubled land? Go, my son, and show me the caliber of man you can be. I mean, I guess it's cool that the dad also didn't get a name, so that's fine, I guess. Right, it's like in Skies of Arcadia, where Vice's mom was just Vice's mom, but Vice's dad had a name. It's like, come on, really? Oh. I'll give it to you 1 second. I don't remember what Lecter's voice was. That's okay. Can you believe it? It's been almost 2 years already. Look at how far, look how flock! And look at how far a debaucherous princess managed to come. Partnering with Liberal to make a second Arceli-class airship, then cruising over the capital. I suppose that's one way to stick it to you for outmaneuvering him at the trade conference. This is new too. Can you read Japanese? Or was it just playing it? Well, that's awesome. You must be quite good at these games if you can play them on the hardest difficulty. I usually avoid playing harder difficulty games because I tried hard, I guess, when I started this. Because I need to think more than other people to understand to look at and observe and understand and take advantage of the mechanics of each game. And I don't like doing that kind of critical thinking on stream. I tried programming once with that programming guy. I enjoyed it and I got more views than I do video games. But it was always hard for me because many times I had to stop and think. And I can do that off stream, but on stream, well, I was like, I need to keep talking. But it really wasn't helping at all. So if I ever did a harder game, it would probably be off stream. But good for you for being able to do that on stream and knowing how to get everything done and just getting through it. Good for you. That's awesome.
Let him have his fun for now.
Oh, a gun.
Still, this was certainly an unexpected play on his part. He and that band of students he likes to ship across the country have proven a never-ending source of entertainment. But now, my dear Prince Oliver, we have reached a decisive point. The board has been prepared, every piece in its place. Can you turn the tides in your favor? I look forward to finding out.
Is this a political battle between Prince Oliver and the Chancellor? What's going on? I don't know. Guess I'll figure it out someday. Oh, right, because I guess you wanted to go through everything, which makes sense. You do a UE. Not the UE, that's like almost like 360. That's more than a 360, isn't it? I guess it's a UE, but in the opposite. I don't know. It's a circle. There. It's a circle. It's a circle, everybody. Courageous. That's what it's the bridge. How did you source the staff? Some from Liberal, some from where we are, Arabonia. Observer Chrono. It's currently 10:02, and we have the northwesterly bridge wind. Fuck! It is currently 10:02, and we have the northwesterly wind blowing in at the speed of 11 R. We've just passed through the Schwarzdrach barrier's airspace into the province of Nortia. Alright, so they do have airspaces defined. Current speed is 3050 SPH. We've reached full cruising velocity.
Maintain current course and speed. Follow the Nortia main line, maintaining a distance of 200 Arj.
Aye, aye, Captain. So, this is what the bridge of a cruiser looks like. I'm sorry. I do not believe at all that they managed to stay standing the whole entire time when the ship was making all those deft turns and everything. No, I don't believe you. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, no, I'm planning to go through all the trail schemes from Trails in the Sky all the way to Trails of Cold Steel 4 and then beyond. I am very excited for this. And also, I'm excited that I'm not reading Red Moon Rose anymore. That book just kind of a little too much for me. It's all making my head spin. That was Elliot. I am sorry. If I'm not mistaken, this ship is equipped with Epstein's Foundation's latest information processing system. Huh. So you actually managed to get the Reinford Group, the Zeiss Central Factory, and Epstein Foundation to collaborate? Oh, God. Well, I can tell you right now. If I go online right now, let me check. Hold on, I'm very curious. Today is what? July 3rd? And if I go to my content on YouTube Studio, playlists, content, playlists, not podcast. Trails of Cold Steel, number 1. The Trails of Cold Steel playlist was made in May 28th, 2024. Oh no, that's the last updated. Oopsies. Episode 1, it came out 9 months ago. So I've been playing this game for 9 months. However, I did take like a 1 or 2 month hiatus because of the Cherubs and Stone Dungeon Floor 2 on hard mode just fucked me over so hard. I'm like, I need a break from this game. So probably I've been working on this game for like 6 months so far. But unlike you, who, what did you say? You run all day. I play this for about like 2 hours twice a week. So it's taking a bit longer. So hopefully, if I want to make more money outside of my work, I can maybe stream longer, which is something I would like to do. It took the combined effort of countless supporters to take this airship from blueprint to beauty. I've caused great many people no small amount of trouble gathering the technology and funds to build it. Haha, it's nice to know even princes have trouble with financing sometimes. Alas, it's true. I had to borrow quite a sum from a number of sources, the Emperor himself among them. But all my labors bore fruit, and we were able to build an airship that met all of my ideal specifications. At a length of 75 Harg, it's almost twice the size of the original RSL. And with it sporting 20 ZFF's high-performance engines, it can achieve a top speed of roughly 3,000 SPH. Not quite as fast as ourselves 3,600 SPH, but the courageous boasts high armor and interception capabilities. Good grief. She memorized all the specs already. Yeah, about the difficulties. When I was reading things, people said, hey, if you can do hard mode on Trails in the Sky, you can probably do Nightmare mode on Trails of Cold Steel. It's like, and like, everyone's like, oh, Nightmare mode is so easy. I'm like, bro, hard mode was hard for me. Yeah, like, I bet if I spent time offline to go through everything and really understand how everything worked, I probably could have figured it out. Oh well, playing on normal mode, which is fine for me. And it's good. But speaking, if anybody else is watching this in the future, play games on whatever difficulty you want to, as long as it's fun, right? Still, the more I hear about it, the more unbelievable it sounds. Sounds like he's compensating for something. I've heard something like this was in development, but I never would have imagined it would pack this much power into it. That's not her voice. Well, now we have a rough idea of how extravagant this ship is. But what I don't understand is why my father's sitting in the captain's seat. He's not even part of the military, unless... Father, did you actually enlist in the Imperial Army? Haha, I can understand why you might be perplexed. However, this ship isn't a part of any military force. Huh? So wait, is it officially regarded as the property of the Imperial family? Precisely. I intend this ship to give wings to a third faction of sorts, unconnected to both the Imperial and Provincial armies. To that end, I could think of no finer captain than Viscount Arcade. Well, that at least explains some of it. I see what you're getting at, yeah. The fastest airship in the Empire. Oh my god. Fastest ship in the Empire, captained by the Radiant Blade Master. Oh, since you're here... Yes. Yeah, one is... Yeah, I've totally noticed. Once I understood more of how the orbments work in here, especially with status specs, and what orbments you can and can't equip, like... You can only equip one status affecting orbment per line. I'm like, I wish the game would have told me that. That would have been nice. But... Since you're here, I have a question. I looked at Gaius and I saw that he could get at least an evade of more than 100% and make him an evasion tank. But tanks aren't good unless they can get in the way of enemies. Even if I made Gaius have so much evasion, if he can't get in the way of attacks and if he can't attract monster attacks, what's the point of having a tank in this game if the tank can't tank? I couldn't find no orbments that were like, monsters will aggro on you more than others. Yeah, I was thinking about the tools I have now with Millium and Laura and Reen and Fee and Destruction or Devastation or whatever it is, and the cool quartz. It's like, if I had this at the beginning of the game, that would have been nice, but I didn't. Couldn't ask for a stronger deterrent than that, I'll say. Well, that's my hope anyway. About half the crew here are on loan from my division, the 7th Armored. The rest are civilians, representing a variety of nationalities and social classes. As for me, I'm here because I'm just that good at gathering information. They've also tasked me as the point man for keeping in touch with the guild and all of its local branches. Makes sense to me. Toval's definitely a good choice. He's got tact and patience to spare. Me, on the other hand, I'm more of the face-punching type. Frankly, I'm so shocked we're here. I know there's... Okay. Interesting. Because I know there's an orbment. Interesting. Sorry. No, because Because I think in Nord, you get a orbment that says you check more monsters on the field. And I think that basically increases the aggro range on the field, but not actually in battle. You know, I had this person, was adamant. Actually, that I used Millium and I stopped using Gaius. But I talked to somebody else who mentions like, oh my god, I can't wait till you get Domination. It's like, all right, let's try it then. And fuck, it's amazing. I'd never have imagined we'd be flying in such marvel of ship with such a distinguished crew. You've got me curious though. Are you intending to tour the whole Empire like this? That's our plan. That's our plan, yes. The hope is that it might help assuage some of the tension that's been building across the nation. And if we happen to intimidate the Imperial Liberation Front while we're at it, all the better. Ah! That makes sense, considering they've got their own airship too. The Intelligence Division and the RMP seem to be keeping them in check for now, but having a ship like this in the air will definitely put even more pressure on the Liberation Front. In other words, this ship allows me to feed 3 birds with 1 stone. Genius, isn't it? That's not the right thing. And if I ever feel the urge to stretch my wings, I can take to the skies whenever the mood strikes me. How the fuck are you? How are you going to do that, Prince Oliver? Please tell me. It's not like you can just grab the ship and start flying. There's a whole entire crew, and I don't think they're going to be paid to be on staff on call 24/7. Perhaps one day, yeah. Cool. That'd be great, thank you. Well, putting aside certain idiotic flights of fancy, at this speed it should take less than an hour to reach Roer. Feel free to make yourselves at home while you're abroad. Aside from the restricted areas like the engine room, you have the run of the ship. Go on and poke around a bit. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks. I think I'll take you up on that. And that's how we ended up flying to our destinations aboard the Empire's newest, most cutting-edge cruiser. And what we didn't just sit and look out the windows, of course. Since we had the captain's permission, we each set about exploring the courageous, seeing what this top-of-the-line ship had to offer. Oh, I can actually move around. Yep. Yes, Laura's fine. Oh, shut up. Speaking of that, everyone, you are watching Active Fireball on twitch.tv/ActiveFireball or YouTube. And I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7:30 in the morning to 9:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. Oh my god. Well, you're going to have to wait a bit for that. Probably like 2 years, maybe, in case something else happens. Because I need to get through Trails of Cold, Trails in the Sky, and Trails to Zero and Azure. That sounds fun. Yeah, probably if I just spent some time, like, just looking at the builds. I think I probably would have figured it out, but... yeah, there's always point. I'm like, oh, just get through the game. Go as fast as you can. Don't worry about, experimenting. No, man, I should someday. Oh, well, I'll live. Oh, that's nice. Did you hear that? That was so nice. It's the hangar. Hey, it's Sharon and Alyssa. Hello, you two. No, you can't go that way. The tanks. Although, yeah, that's interesting, though, you know, that Laura was like, there has to be some other reason this ship was made, right? Just as a deterrent is not enough. This is also good music. I'm enjoying this music. That way? Is that the elevator? That's the elevator. Oh, it's red because I can't go in there because it's locked and I don't have a key card. We're gonna go to the bridge, everybody. Interesting. All right, bridge time. Is there anything in the corner? No, I can't even use my sword here, which makes sense. Oh, the bridge, because I'm a dumbass. I mean, if they're watching, that's what they're watching. That's the point, right? I tell this to people in threads all the time, is to just do what you want to do, and people are going to watch. If they don't want to watch, they can just watch someone else, right? So if they find you boring and they don't like you doing builds, then they're just going to go somewhere else. And which means if they're watching you, then it means they want to watch you. Yeah, I'm at that point, and I was like, you know, I enjoy what I'm doing, and yeah, probably maybe someday I should do a build or just stop and go, let's try these things and experiment. It's somewhat hard though when you're only doing 2 hours a day, and you're like, well, I need to progress faster. I need to stop. I need to not do things and only progress, because if I don't progress, then we're not getting into the game and I can't do another game. But I need to just get better at just enjoying the game. And not reading so fast, too. That's also a thing for me. I need to stop reading so fast. Oh, wow. Why am I here? How the fuck am I on this deck and not dying? I don't believe this is possible, but that's okay. At long last, the courageous has finally taken the skies of Arabonia. I feel like a mother hen watching chicks leave the nest. I'll take your word for it. This may sound a bit forward of me to say, but it sounds like you had some hurdles getting this project together. Huh. It was no easy ride, I'll say that. I doubt it would come together without the prince's unwavering dedication and tireless work. He had to find the time to raise funds and oversee the entire project, in addition to all of his official duties. And to add to all of that, he had to take care of all the arrangements necessary to get Viscount Arcade installed as the captain. I can't even imagine how busy your schedule must have been. Even from a student's perspective, it sounds brutal. Well, for a ship to have any weight as a deterrent, I needed the Viscount. Thankfully, he agreed to my request. My plan is to create a natural, neutral third power, capable of acting independently of our nation's two competing factions. Well, I know one game where that didn't turn out so smoothly. Yup. Yeah. It's 2 hours a day, 2 times a week, so 4 hours a week. It says I stream on Monday, but I don't... When I started streaming 4 years ago, I only did JRPGs every day. And I do have to say that got so boring very fast. So Wednesdays is just another game that I'm working on, which is not a JRPG. So yeah, it's slow, but I do have work to do. Yep, work. So that's why I'm doing things like streaming, the Patreon podcast, trying to get Rent Gamer off the ground, and eventually get some merchandise. I have posters. I just haven't tried any of the posters, and I'm not proud of them yet, and they're not in a shape where I want to sell them yet. So I have things. It's just... I also have the progress bars too. I need to try to get to sell those. So I have things. It's just taking it. However, my goal is in 5 years to be in a place where I can quit my job. So just because it hasn't happened in 9 months doesn't mean it won't happen. It's just taking a little bit. You can think of the courageous as the first physical embodiment of that ideal. A third party, huh? I feel like I'm starting to understand at least part of what it is you're trying to accomplish. The road will be a difficult one, though. But I think you did a wonderful job at summarizing what I was mentioning, which is story progression or building, right? It's like, well, if you're building, then you didn't do any story progression, and what's the point of that? But I have done that. I think in Legend of the Guy, I grinded for a few days. In Shenmue 3, I spent a week doing Lucky Hit to prove that you can make money with it. And I did spend, like, when I started hard mode of this, I did spend like 2 or 3 days grinding as well. I see. It sounds like you do a lot more in JRPGs than what I do. It's like, you do the builds, which keeps you interested. Like, yeah, I think if I did them offline, I was like, ooh, what's this build? Does it work? Right? Being curious. Being curious is what it is. For me, it's, all right, this game is cool. I can't wait to get to the next one, though. Which means I need to constantly rein myself in and not move as fast, not talk so fast, not rush through the game. Because for me, when I start rushing, I stop remembering the game and taking in its feelings and elements, and it becomes a race to the finish instead of a journey. True, but this is only the beginning. But everyone's different. But it does seem, though, that Trails of Cold Steel, compared to Trails in the Sky, the system to build your characters is much more customizable and experimental than Trails in the Sky. Seeing the ship soar through the clouds for the first time moves my heart, just as when Class 7 was formally established. I look forward to seeing what the future holds for the courageous, and for the brave people of your class. Your Highness, we live in interesting times. The political situation across the Empire seems to grow more ominous by the day. But with any luck, making a real show for the ship's launch will push back against the prevailing climate. Well, that's the hope, at least. Either way, you'll have your whole life to split hairs about politics. For now, give your attention to your field study. Thank you. I know you have high expectations for us, and I hope we'll be able to meet them. Oh, there's more people to talk to. Again, I don't know how the fuck anyone talk on that. The wind is rushing by, right? You must have not enough oxygen. Like, come on. Yeah, considering what you said, it sounds like more options, and they just kind of went with them like, all right, what can we do? What can we do to just fuck the enemies over and just have fun? The rear deck. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. Wow. There's like not enough safety here to prevent yourself from, one, just fucking falling, but two, run into those propellers, which I can tell you right now, they're probably not moving fast enough. And look, those are rectangles. They're not even made correctly. What is this? A game? God. Instructor Sarah, Toval. What are you two doing here? Oh, just a little bracer to bracer information swapping. Huh. Actually, that's about the long and short of it. Been a while since I last saw y'all, though. Not since last month in Legram. Always nice to see a friendly face, though. Well, despite keeping in touch with him and setting up these arrangements, it came as a surprise to me to see him on board, too. Clearly, it was meant to be. Honestly, I was only brought on because of my connection with Viscount Arcade. This airship really is in a class all of its own, though. It's not every day you see a ship owned by the Imperial family and captained by the Radiant Blade Master. This cruiser has the potential to be an important force in Erebonia going forward. Without ties to the Imperial or Provincial armies, it can potentially keep both of them in check if need be. It might not be able to do quite as well as strong as It might not be able to do that quite as well as a strong guild presence could, but it'll still help protect a lot of people. That's true. It so frustrates me how the guild used to be an institution here, and now we're barely keeping the lights on. Well, true, right? They could be going slow enough so they don't get blown off. But they said they're going at cruising speed, which tells me somewhat fast, maybe? Like, I don't know. But even if they were going slow enough, they're high in the air. And as we all know, it's really freaking cold up in the sky. And there's less oxygen. So even if they're going slow enough, the question would be, can they breathe? And how cold are they? At least the crossbow branch sends its people over to help us out when we need a hand, though. Wenzel's one thing, but we owe McLean so many favors I lost count. McLean, wait, are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I guess you would have heard of him. He's an A-rank bracer over in Crossbow Branch. Guy we used to work with named Wenzel works there now too. Wait, maybe we should back up a bit. The guy we're talking about is Arios McLean, aka the Divine Blade of Wind. The name probably sounds familiar to you because he's a practitioner of the 8 leaves, 1 blade style. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. I've never met him myself, but I heard a lot about him from my master. He mastered the school's 2nd form and sounds about as untouchable as anyone who holds the title of Divine Blade. Well, he's pretty damn strong, I'll give you that. Bailed me out of more tough spots than I'd like to admit. Speaking of, you know who else is a student of the 8 Leaves School? Cassius Bright. Is he? I mean, I don't know. I only played number 1, so I don't fucking know. We were talking about him before, remember? He's the bracer who took command during that big incident 2 years ago. Though from what I heard, he left the way of the sword behind a while back. Yeah, I was like, I don't think it was using his sword in Chosen Sky 1. Cassius Bright. Cassius Bright was here in Ereboni, 2 years ago. It was an eventful time, to put it lightly. And yeah, we have Cassius to thank for getting us past that, but afterwards, well, you know the story from there. They shuttered guild branches all across the Empire, one after another, and your dear, sweet instructor was out of a job. To make what? Airships? I'd be glad to give you all the grisly details, but it's a long story. You should probably save it for another time, but hey, the guild seems to have a good track record with folks from the 8 Leaves School. Maybe you should consider your career as a bracer. Doors always open, you know? Me? A bracer? Huh. I never really thought of it before. Hey, there's enough of us singing the bracer blues without you trying to recruit my students. Never to start them early. Seriously, we're always looking for more good people. If that's something you wanted to do, I wouldn't turn you down. I'll give it some thought. Okay, that's that. The barracks. That's the wise. I hope there's more than one barracks. Oh no, there's this one barracks. Everyone, all the crew, Captain Arcade and Prince Oliver, and everyone has to sleep in these 4 beds. That's it. And on the floor if you don't get to the bed fast enough. Sucks to be you. What the fuck? I didn't know I could buy things here. Okay. Well. That's the elevator. That's the boarding gate. And that's the front. Guess go back to the bridge now? I see. Yeah. Oh, okay. What else do you want me to do, game? What else do you want me to do, game? Speaking of what else do you want me to do, game, I remember I was playing Phantasy Star 1 on the Phantasy Star collection on the Game Boy Advance, which somehow doesn't have number 4 on it, which is really weird. And I needed to get out of a dungeon, but I unfortunately, now I have to talk to him. Okay, I unfortunately made the mistake of following a square. And so I went in a square like 30 times before I'm like, oh, wow, I'm probably going around in circles. Oops. All right. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had no idea the Reinford Company was involved in developing something at this scale all this time. Then I found out it was a collaboration with the Epstein Foundation and ZCF. And on top of that, she's got her hands on the development of our Arcus units too. It's way too much work for one person. How many projects does Mother have under her wing right now? Well, I'm afraid I can't give a simple answer to that. But suffice to say, the chairwoman only knows about a small number of the projects in development by the Reinford Group. Lately, the directors have... I knew it! Oh, hello, Master Reen. Correct. It's like a cruise ship in there. It's Battleship Yamato. Yeah, it's like, I mean, right, they have this. It's like, there's personal jets, and there's helicopters, an airship. I mean, what's the difference between an airship like this and a personal jet, right? Because with jets, once you're in cruising speed, you can walk around, and, there's in the military, it's giant-ass planes that allow you to walk around and deploy tanks. There's just, I think, the difference between the technology used for civilians and the technology used in the military. Sorry, am I interrupting something? No, it's okay. Have you finished exploring the airship? I expect it'll be a while longer before we reach Roer. Finished? I don't think I've seen half of it yet. It's kind of overwhelming. Yes. It would cost millions of dollars to build, but I know the American military has spent way more than $1 million on everything that it's done so far. I'm looking forward to landing in Roer, though. It's been a while since I've seen the industrial metropolis. It's not too far from my hometown, so I'd always hear about it in passing. Oh, that's right. You're from Ymir, so I guess you would then. You want a little refresher? I can bring you up to speed on all things Roer. Sure, why not? I guess, yeah. I'm really nice that the transition period is not just a train. Something different for the last field study. Roer used to be a factory town, but it grew into a hotspot for technology as a result of its steel and heavy industry. The population is around 200,000, and since the city is in the Nortia province, it's under Marquis Rogers' jurisdiction. That's right. I still find it kind of wild that Angelica is his daughter. Last time I visited, it felt like the whole city was man-made. Trees and grass were rare sights. It made it kind of hard to tell how large the city really is. Well, the city itself is basically one giant structure divided into several levels. It's been expanded so many times that even longtime residents occasionally wind up in places they don't recognize. Why? I've lost count of the number of times I'd had to go pick up Lady Alyssa when she lost her way. That was when I was a kid. Don't say it like it still happened. That was a long time ago. Oh. Hello, Weird. Thank you for the raid. I do appreciate it. Hello, Raiders. My name is Active Fireball. I stream JRPGs on Monday and Friday and Wednesdays. Currently is Glover, but it's going to turn to Everhood soon, and I hope you all are doing fine. Mr. Weird, what were you playing, Mr. Weird? Anyway, north of Roer is a Sashian iron mine. The iron mine there makes its way into most of the Rhinewood Group's products in some form or another. The amount of ore they get from just that one mine is immense. The Empire would be a different place today without it. And what is Lethal Company? I think I saw one other person streaming it. I think maybe Moon Man a while ago, but I'm not, no fucking idea what it is. I don't doubt it. Even our textbooks mention the sentient mind. It's been vital to the Empire since back before the Orbital Revolution. At the center of Roer, you can't miss the Rhinewood Group's corporate headquarters, which is also basically my house. Honestly, I was hoping I wouldn't have to go back anytime soon. Alyssa. I guess there's no point in moping about it now. We've yet to have a field study that didn't spiral into some hectic adventure, but I'm ready if you are. We'll just take it as it comes. I'll be wishing you all the best. And are we done, game? Are you done wanting me to go everywhere? We'll find out. Go back to the bridge. I guess. Can I go between the different levels? Like, you're a merchant? That sounds like a merchant thing. It's quite interesting. I don't know though. I cannot. Okay, go between the different levels. Oh my god, what does the game want me to do? Junctionary makes sense now that I've been there. It's interesting. Lethal. It sounds like Lethal League, but not Lethal League. Mostly just because it has the name Lethal in it. Alright, game. What the fuck do you want me to do? What? What's IG? I'm sorry. I have no idea what IG means. I was gonna say I know, but that's IK. Okay, not here. And thank you. I appreciate it.
Attention all crew members and passengers.
Oh.
We will soon be entering Roer airspace. Please prepare for landing and make sure you have all personal effects with you before disembarking.
I see. Sounds like we're almost there. That was a shorter flight than I'd expected. Guess I'd better go around to others and start getting ready. I don't do that anymore. I do miss the first sip of the day, but I stopped it. The reason why is I started taking Adderall. And when I first started taking Adderall, I couldn't take caffeine because my heart started to hurt when I drank coffee or Red Bull or anything like that. I believe, though, once my body acclimated to Adderall, caffeine's fine. Like, I can go somewhere and I can drink coffee and it's fine. But because I've gone so long without drinking coffee, I can now feel the effects that it has on me. Not like being hyperactive, but not being able to fall asleep, not being able to sleep as well, not being able to pay attention to things. So I've just stopped it. Mostly when I'm feeling tired, it's mostly because I haven't eaten. That's what it is. So I just haven't done it. I do miss it. It was a fun thing to do, but I just haven't done it. Roer Airport's granted us permission to
Commence
land.
landing preparations. And keep the engine warm. We'll be taking off again right after our guests have disembarked.
Aye, aye, Captain. Preparing the courageous to land, but it was fun when I did it. And I actually have been going through all my old videos and adding timestamps to make it easier to watch. And I did actually find the first sip of the day. It's quite nice. Back in the day when I first did it, I would actually sit back and I'll talk for much longer and I'd show the coffee that I was drinking. Including today, you've got 3 days for this month's field study. Make them count, guys. I plan on it. We'll do the best we can. You guys be careful in Ordis, okay? Yeah, it sounds like things could get dangerous there. Oh, don't sweat. We'll be fine. We ought to be fine. A certain someone can keep her mouth shut. Take care and Roer, everyone. Will do. When we get back, we'll be jumping straight into festival prep. Hope you're ready to discover the true terror of planning by committees. Oh, that's right. With everything that's happened so far, I almost forgot about that. We'll have the songs and outfits finalized by the time we get back, and we should have the positions all figured out too. Let's try to save at least a bit of strength. It'd be a shame to come back too tired to outdo Class 1. Oh, I think I could find the energy. That's all the more reason for us to return safe and sound. Spirited joy of youth. I'm sure both your field study and the Academy Festival will prove valuable experience to all of you. Work hard out there, y'all, but not too hard, you hear? May the goddess go with you. Take care. But holy shit, my life after adult has been amazing. That plus the other 2 drugs I'm taking, oh my god. I can like focus on things for long periods of time, and I can get things done. Right, without it, I was just going, man, I want to do this thing, so I had to get home. I had to get home and just be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'd be so mad because the idea of doing something would seem so good, but then my body's like, I don't want to do that anymore. The Courageous touched down at the massive Roer airport, where we parted ways with members of Group B. With us safely on the ground, it wasted no time taking to the skies again, ferrying the others west to Ordis. Roer was a maze in every direction, but Sharon guided us to Reinford's corporate headquarters without missing a step. But I hope you're doing well, Mr. Weird. And it's great that, that you're keeping up with this streaming too. I hope it goes somewhere good. If you wanted to go somewhere, you could just be like, I'm streaming just to have fun. This tunnel goes on forever. I can't help but recall trying to navigate the Carnelia Fortress. I guess when you build with tons of iron and concrete, everything starts to look pretty similar. We're not far from the city center now. You might want to brace yourselves. Roer has an even weirder layout than the capital. That's my hometown you're talking about, but I can't deny it's true. Looks like we're finally out. How long would that go on? Right? Probably like Mario's Infinite Stairs, where the tunnel just like warps back. Okay. Ooh, fancy. Can you get stuck in those moving column thingamabobers? The Reinford Company. Whoa! The city extends above and below? Yeah, like the lands of ice. Is that a fucking cannon? Alright. Enjoy your lunch. I'll probably be gone when you get back. But enjoy it. Well, Roer grew up around steel fabrication and heavy industry. That's how it came to be known as the Empire's industrial metropolis. You were right. It is weird. It's got a population of around 200,000 people, too. That's as big as the capital of a smaller country. Almost like county. I feel like the city's gotten even bigger since the last time I was here. The Reinford corporate headquarters is on the upper level, right? That's right. If you'd like to visit, just head up that escalator. Hello, Sharon.
Allow me to welcome you to Roer, home
Roer.
of the Reinford Company.
Roer, not Roer. Roer. Oh.
I sincerely hope that your field study here will be a fulfilling one.
Thank you, Sharon. Oh, and that is it. You know what we should do? We should save. We should do that. We haven't saved since we started, and that was what? It's 9:11. So I think I started like 14 minutes after. So that's I've been streaming for an hour and 31 minutes, everybody. So yeah, just of talking, everybody. Oh. Ah. Can I go to the stores yet? Nope. All right, can't go in the stores yet. That's fine. Oh my God, it's the left. It's like in Japan. Cultural differences, everyone. Wow, a moving staircase. Even what do you say they're called again? Escalators? Right, the first one was built in ice. After that, the technicians here decided to try and build one too. Guess they just wanted to show off a little, huh? Like kids, I swear. Oh, look at that. What is that? Oh, now I can press X. That's an awfully strange shape for a building. Wait, that's not even a building, is it? Nice catch, Reen. That's actually an orbital generator. But it's so big. Roer has many factories and industrial facilities that the city uses an enormous amount of orbital energy. Having large generators that send energy where it's needed is more efficient than each factory producing its own energy. That's quite a setup. Technology has really come a long way in a short time. I thought it was a cannon. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. Ryanford Group corporate headquarters. Whoa! I've seen the building in pictures, but it's even more commanding in person. Guess you wouldn't expect any less from Ryanford's corporate HQ. I couldn't believe my eyes the first time I saw it either. It's a big building, sure, though. Really awesome. Did you do anything special for 100 followers? You might meet me. You might match me one day. I still only have like 150. Even though I've been streaming for like 9 months so far, I've only gotten like 4 extra followers. But my YouTube VODs are going good. So that's good, I guess. I think I did a special for like a random ass number of like 136 followers. I played Sonic 3D Blast. I don't know. Maybe you should do like a special thing for 113 followers. It's a big building, sure, though not as big as the Orcus Tower in Crossbell. That's a 40-floor skyscraper, the tallest on the continent now, I think. Oh, that's the tower we could see from Carnelia Fortress, right? Yeah, that's where they were holding the trade conference last month. No need to be so modest, Alyssa. It's your family's digs. No one's gonna mind if you talk it up a bit. I'm not trying to. Well, shall we go inside? I should maybe do something for at least like 200 followers and 200 subscribers on YouTube. I'm about at 152 subscribers on YouTube right now. I mean, good luck if you can do a 24-hour stream. One person was like, "Fucking do it." Their answer to the question of should I do a 24-hour stream, they said yes. The hype is real. I could never do that. What's up, Puma? Puma. Yes, that is true. I am playing Trails of Cold Steel, which is not in the forefront of people's thingamabobbers. Damn, you already did a 24-hour stream? Good job, I couldn't do that. Yeah, like, I know I could play other ones. That's what Wednesday is for. But right now I'm doing Glover because I promised my wife I would play Glover. And fuck, Glover is just it's a game in its own league. But yes, that's true. But at the same time, right, if I did one of the more popular games, would I even get more viewers? Because I'd be competing with other people in the same space? Maybe. I can tell you right now, I streamed Super Mario RPG Remake when it came out, and I do have to say my viewer count was not that high. So it's really just, the games that you enjoy. The games that you enjoy, because if you're not playing the games you enjoy, no one's going to watch you anyway. Because they can just watch somebody else. But hello, Puama. Good to see you in chat. Do it then. I could not. I could not. Oh my god. I don't know what I would do. Like, do some Final Fantasy 14 duties, but there'd be a point where my energy just drops off and I wouldn't be talking and I wouldn't be playing. I don't know what I would be. I don't know what I'd be doing. Oh god. I think the longest I slept was actually for like 24 hours, but that was like 20 years ago. It's just as fancy on the inside. Are these all scale models of machines Reinford makes? Yep, I'll tell you more about them later if you're interested. Lady Alyssa. Hello, Dalton. It's good to see you again. Oh, the pleasure's all mine. It's been 6 months since you've been home. I'd heard you were attending a military academy on the outskirts of the capital, but it looks like you're finally decided to come back and visit the old homestead. Yeah. Here I am. You do have the free account unless you already subscribed and then so you can't get the free account. I'm sorry. Are you a fan of Yokai Watch? We'll be staying for the next 3 days. I see. That's wonderful news. Keep taking good care of her, Sharon. I certainly will. Although maybe that raid will tell Twitch, I'm kind of cool. I see. That's true then. I've never played a Yokai Watch game. I remember I was talking to one of my nephews on my wife's side of the family, and when I spoke to him, he was like 9 or 10, so this was 5 years ago or so. And he's like, Yokai Watch. I was like, Pokemon's like, nah. Yokai Watch is better. It's like, oh no. But I'm like, I was the Pokemon generation, which makes absolute sense. Wow, it's one thing to hear about it, but I know what you mean. Kind of brings home the fact that she's a Reinford. Hold on. Is that sentence real, comma, Yokai Watch is better? Like, you're saying Yokai Watch is better, or are you saying real Yokai Watch is better? I think it's the first one. I don't know. Never seen it. Never played it. I heard some of the music from some of the games, and those were really cool. I just have yet to play it. Let's get going, okay? All right, cool. I was right. Allow me to show you to the chairperson's office. We'll be going up to the 23rd floor. I see what has an anime, games. I don't know. It looks fun. I think I watched Nick play it a few times. It looked interesting. Of course, I couldn't tell him I was a Pokemon fan or else he would ban me. I actually don't think he would, but it's nice. It's funny to say anyway. Oh, is it now? Probably it's actually better than the mainline Pokemon games anyway right now. Fucking Scarlet and Violet were shit. It's bad. I did not enjoy Scarlet and Violet. I think I quit after like 5 hours of that game. Once I heard the gym battle music, I was like, all right, I'm done. Like, everything else was okay. That fucking gym battle music was atrocious. Excuse me, Madam Chairperson. I brought the ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. Bring them in as you wish. Look how big her office is. Let's just make sure she doesn't get killed. I mean, I guess Sharon's there now. But, I mean, does she have any other bodyguards? Wow. You can tell the buck stops here. That's one hell of a view.
So it looks like the Courageous' inaugural flyover in Heimdall and Roer was a success.
Yeah, I saw Scarlet and Violet. I was like, ooh, this looks fun. A really open world Pokemon game. I like the directions they were going to have, like, there's 3 different branches and you can do whatever story branch you want. It's just the music that got to me. Like, everyone else is complaining about the graphics. I didn't give no fucks about the graphics. It was the music. It was too boring. It felt like 2 weeks before development had to be finished, they found like a junior developer I was like, hey, we need some music. Can you please make something?
But don't release an official statement until tomorrow. Yes, that'll be fine. Yes, I'd like you to begin as soon as possible. And keep a careful eye out for any insider trading.
Are you the SEC now?
Hello, Irina Reinford speaking. Yes, I understand. Fast-track the construction on the special train if you can.
The Weed Cat starter Pokemon.
No, pay it no mind. I doubt cross-spell-related shares rising is indicative of a larger market trend.
Don't play it.
But sell them all early next month. Timing is key here.
Don't play it unless like I'm just curious, but just don't play it. Wow, she's like a commander issuing orders across multiple fronts. Yeah, it's impressive to see Toe do it, but Mrs. Reinford seems to have it down to a science. She's a general on the battlefield of business. Don't get mad.
Oh.
Ah, right.
You have a daughter.
We all have other matters we need to attend to, so I'll get right to the point.
That middle thing looks like an early version of the Xbox Series S or X or whatever the fuck it is. And the one to the right of that looks like an early model of the 360.
Here.
What?
Thank you.
I've cleared my schedule to dine with you this evening, so anything you wish to discuss can wait until then.
Nice!
I'll leave the rest to you, Sharon.
As you wish, Madam Chairman. When do you expect to return this evening?
I'm planning on 7.
All
Have our
right.
guests enjoy a night cruise, if you will.
That sounds splendid. I'll make the necessary arrangements. That's it? That's all you have to say?
Calm down.
I don't care if you ignore me. That's nothing new. But my classmates are here and you're on our board of directors. Would it kill you to show at least a little interest?
Elisa.
Whoa, Elisa, it's okay. You don't need to get worked up for our sake.
However, I do know in my dreams I yell at my dad all the time because he's not understanding, so I can totally understand the point. I can understand what she's going through right now. At least I think I can.
Oh, I almost forgot to mention.
Huh?
If you want to return in one piece, I'd suggest you steer clear of the Provincial Army and the Railway Military Police. The same goes for the Marquis's mansion, though I can't imagine what business would take you there. Use common sense, and don't try to overstep your bounds. That'll be all.
Have a safe trip, Madam Chairman.
Wow, your mom's a real piece of work, Elisa.
The army only wishes it was that efficient.
She certainly has the mettle to head up an international company like this, to
Go
say the least.
Fee! Tell them like how it is.
See? You see why I didn't want to come back now? You can't tell me that gave you a great impression of her.
I think you're being a little hard on her.
She was looking out for our safety, giving us that advice.
I'm still on Alyssa's
just
side though,
forget it.
right? Kind of. It's like, you know, because her mom, Act 1, her mom saw her, unlike Eustace's dad, and was like, I'm going to spend time with you. Like, I put time in my calendars to spend time with you. You all are important enough where I cleared out my own personal schedule to spend time with you. It's just, they're like 16 and probably don't see
Getting
it,
all
which
worked
is
up
fine.
and storming off in a huff is what she wants me to do, and I'm not going to give her the satisfaction. We'll be back before sundown, Sharon. I'd like you to have the guest rooms and dinner preparations sorted by then. Oh, and see to our luggage, would you? As you wish. Have a safe trip, everyone.
It's so weird that Alyssa went to like complaining about her mom to just telling Sharon what to do. Like, different personalities. You know, I'm all in favor of jumping right into our field study tasks, but is it really okay to just dump all our luggage on Sharon? I was wondering the same thing. All our luggage together must have quite a heft. It's Sharon, she'll be fine. Honestly, can you imagine her breaking a sweat carrying a suitcase? I can't. You've got a point. She'll probably carry them all in one go. Well, looking after guests does seem to be your specialty. Exactly. Anyway, let's see what kind of things we've got lined up for us this trip. All right. Oh my god, so much talking. Spina Byroad Monster. Client Nordia Provincial Army. A powerful beast has appeared on the Spina Byroad. The North Provincial Army hereby requests its extermination. Monster Rocky Kroke. Location Spina Byroad. Take the left path outside the city and turn left. I have no idea what DVD means. Dragon Ball Destiny? I don't know. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Are you going to play the Trails in the Sky? Are you going to do the Crossbell and Liberal arcs before you get to number 3? Unless you already have. Once the monster is exterminated, please report to the soldiers in front of Marquis Rogner's residence. Oh, looks like we're gonna have to go to Marquis Rogner's place, everyone. If we do this. Can you hear me now? By Chief Johan. I'd like a hand with an experiment that concerns your Arcus units. I'll be waiting for you inside in the RF store, and I'll tell you more when I see you. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, that's how most people have found me. Actually, when I streamed like 4 years ago, I streamed games like Jade Coon, Legend of Legai, The Legend of Dragoon, Skies of Arcadia, Xenogears, all those old PS1 and 2 games. And many people did the same thing where they found me just by searching. I think I was playing Valkyrie Profile and somebody's like, I just searched because I didn't think anyone was going to play it, but there you go, you were playing it. Dead by Daylight. Haha, I was wrong. Ooh. Dead by Daylight, I've heard of that. Well, I'm glad I got some discovery on Twitch. That's nice. Mining a minor metal by researcher Rato. I'm looking for a particularly rare sort of metal for my research, but I'm afraid I can't get it myself. If you're willing to help, I'll be in the western part of the upper level of the Roer Institute of Technology. Study area is defined as 200 cell radius around Roer. It's not Roer. Whatever. Each student must record his or her activities daily to be remitted to the instructor upon request. So I do not know if you know about this, so I'm going to tell you. Everyone who is watching me play this game has recommended, if you want to go through the 5 games before Trails of Cold Steel 1. Because Trails of Cold Steel 3 will basically spoil everything that happened for Trails of Cold Steel 1. If you want to, it's not a requirement. It's not a requirement at all. But if you're like, oh, I want to, maybe watch the story. Of course, you could also play Trails of Cold Steel 3 and then go back because you're still playing the games because it's an experience. But if you care much about being spoiled, then play those games first. But you don't have to. Oh my god. To my side, my noble and higher are. Heard that herder fucking say that so many times. That game was so interesting because you're surrounded by so much death. It never happened in any other game. I did enjoy that experience of it. Huh. Looks like she hit the sweet spot with the challenge factor. Kind of reminds me of Machias' dad. Bah. I can't really deny it. I'll bet she's so sure she's got us pegged. She probably thinks we won't be able to finish all of these. But just you watch. We'll finish up every last one before this evening. That'll show her. That's the spirit. Anyway, it's only 11:30 now, so we've got plenty of time before sundown. We're definitely got the hang of this whole field study thing by now, so let's show Roer some Class 7 spirit. All right, Captain. All right. Can I save now? Yes. All right, everyone. That is it for today. What did we get done today? I see. Oh, that's fine. Enjoy it. Have fun. I hope you enjoy it. Because so far, from what I've heard from everyone, Trails of Cold Steel 1 through 4 is fucking amazing. So I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, everyone, what did we get done today? We read Carnelia Chapter 10. There's only one more chapter, so next episode will be Chapter 11. And we got through a lot of dialogue. We found that Prince Oliver made a ship. Oh, it's taken me almost 9 months to get to the end of this game. Oh god. And turns out that Oliver is planning to make a separate faction of that's separate from the Imperial and Provincial armies to kind of keep them in check. I play without a walkthrough. Totally without a walkthrough, unless there's something I can't get past, but the walkthroughs of Trails of Cold Steel 1 have not been helpful. I remember I was stuck on the second floor boss of the stone dungeon and could not get past it at all. And every guide said, just keep attacking. And so when I looked up for help because I was on hard mode, everyone's like, you're on hard mode. Pfft, should be easy if you're on hard mode. I'm like, thanks. But no, I remember when I was like, I don't know, 16 or 17, I was playing Final Fantasy VII. And I had the walkthrough in my lap. I beat the game, but I don't remember any of it because my head was more reading the walkthrough and reading what the walkthrough said and not enjoying the game and the story. Yes, yeah. Like for hard mode and nightmare mode, you need to abuse the mechanics. That's probably why they put a mechanic abusing things in here to begin with, is to make hard mode and nightmare mode easier. But I didn't spend the time to remember it. So yeah, third army, and I already know one game where somebody made to try to make a third independent army, and it didn't turn out so well. So I'm curious to see how Prince Oliver's third army is going to pan out. Especially when he got his way and the Chancellor knows what's going on. Then we came to Roer, we saw Alyssa's mom, and that's about it. Yeah, I just played and have fun, really. And that's about it. So what can you expect for next? I didn't even know that was an option. I have no idea. We'll see as we go. And so what can you all expect next episode? Next episode, we're mostly just, I guess, going to do our field studies and have more talking, everybody. So if you like what you see, go give me a follow if you're on Twitch, sub if you're on YouTube. If you really like what you see, go tell your friends and family about me. I bet they'd enjoy some cool stuff before work. And if you really, really like what you see, well, consider becoming a patron at www.patreon.com. You get cool shit like Discord benefits and credits after the end of the stream, a sticker in the mail if you want to give me your address, which no one else will know, and exclusive game time with me. So that's pretty damn cool. So www.patreon.com/activefireball. And I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10:30 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning to 9:30 in the morning PST. So catch me there. Otherwise, catch the VODs. And no one that I know is streaming. Is anyone playing Trails of Cold Steel? We do. We have just one other person playing Trails of Cold Steel 1 right now. Oh, they're at the same boss I was complaining about. Oh no, they're at the other cherub one. I guess we'll be rating this person then, everybody. And with that out of the way... Oh, nope, no, that's the wrong one. I need a raid. There we go. Lurkers who are lurking, thank you so very much for lurking. Watchers who are watching, thank you so very much for watching. Bots who are botting, thank you so very much for botting. Love you all, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.